Hi, my name is Tina. I'm with Transcription Services. In this video, I'd like to show you how you can use your closed caption transcript from YouTube in order to have closed captioning for your Vimeo videos. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is my Video Manager videos page on YouTube. And the video I'm going to use as an example is this first one here. I wrote a review of a purchase I did from inspiredsilver.com. First, you're going to have to get into the video editing part. And so I clicked on edit. And now what we need to do is go into subtitles. So up at the top on the right-hand side, subtitles and CC. And it brings up my video, and I want to pause it.
I am doing a quick,
so you don't hear all that. And what we're going to look at first is the automated transcript that YouTube provides for you. So here on the right-hand side, I'm going to click on English Automatic, and now it's bringing up what YouTube thinks I said, which, as you are probably aware of and have experienced, it is not quite an accurate transcript. But if you're lucky and yours is pretty accurate and this is what you want to use, you certainly can. Here at this button here, and then just towards the left-hand side top under Actions, click on that, and you can download. For Vimeo, they will accept SRT files, so we're going to click on SRT. That will save that SRT file. You want to save the SRT file to your computer. And it's going to format all of this in the SRT format. Now we go over to the Vimeo account. Okay, and so you should be seeing my Vimeo account now. You'll go under Advanced. That's what I've done here, this tab here, Advanced. And then you'll choose a file. And as you can see here, you can also purchase captions and subtitles from these companies that work with Vimeo. And if you are looking for certified, you want to be 100% sure that your videos are compliant with the FCC or any other regulatory bodies, then you'll definitely want to go with a company that's reputable and can certify, give you some type of a guarantee that you're meeting those requirements. However, if your videos do not have to be certified or that you don't fall under those requirements and you just want to do it yourself, this is what I'm showing you. Now you'll choose a file and upload it, and this is what I've already done here. This name is what I had named the file that I had pulled from YouTube. And then you're going to click on the on button. If it's off, then there would be no captions. But again, I want it on. You have to choose your language. Mine's English United States. And then you're offered two choices, captions or subtitles. And the way I understand it is captions are subtitles plus notations of anything else that's heard in the video, such as laughter, music, and any other types of noises, such as doors slamming, applause, and so forth. So for me, I'm just going to click on a subtitle because I didn't necessarily have any other noises to notate, or I may have missed them, I'm not sure. So anyway, I'm just clicking on subtitles for now. This little button here is going to allow you to save this file to the cloud, to a cloud file or to your desktop, whatever. And then of course the X would be to delete this altogether. I'm not going to go through any of these other things. You'll have to read about all this yourself. Licenses and so forth, I'm not covering that. I am not legally qualified to answer any of these questions for you. And then click Save Changes, and now it will show up in Vimeo for you. Now when you go to your video, you'll have to click on the CC to show the actual titles. And you can see here that the closed captioning does look a little hokey. One, because it's not really very accurate, and two, the blocks are side by side instead of on top of one another. And what I mean by blocks is I mean this piece and this piece. And I think part of the issue is that you need to be following the 32 max character rules here, and I can't tell you for sure that's why it's making it look hokey, but anyway. Next, I am going to go ahead and upload my transcript that's accurate, and then see what kind of results we're going to get. So hold on 1 second, and I'll be back with that piece of this tutorial. Okay, so I'm back, and what I did was I took my video and I transcribed the entire thing into a Word document. And so now what I'm going to explain quickly is that instead of doing the automatic, I clicked on English and then copied and pasted the entire Word document, so just the text itself, right into this section here. And when I click on it now, it's going to take me to what I had already added in. But in your case, what you would do is go ahead and add it in. Okay, I have a separate video that explains all of that, and if you need that instruction, you can find it in the description box below this video. But it's a bit intensive, so I'm going to just quickly breeze past that. Again, add in the text from a Word document where it's totally transcribed, and then YouTube will sync what you said with the video. So you don't have to do all the coding. You can use YouTube to do the syncing for you. And that's what I normally do. And then once I get into this part here, I also will tend to listen to it and make sure that it's following the way it's supposed to. And you can edit that. And again, I'm not going to go over all of that in this video because it's a bit intensive. For this video, I just really want to show you how you can use YouTube for Vimeo. Okay, so I added in the text from the Word document, transcribing everything accurately. So if you have hired someone to transcribe your videos for you, such as what I do, then you can take that Word document, add it into YouTube, and then convert it for Vimeo. Now, when I first did this, the actions only gave me the SBV option. So when you click on actions, you only see the option to download SBV. Make sure you hit the publish button over here, and after you've published the closed captioning, come back over to your subtitles and click on this again as I just did, and now the action will give you the option to download as an SRT file. That's the file format you're going to need for Vimeo. So now if we look at this video again, and I'm muting it so you don't have to listen to me, but you can see how the wording is more accurate and it's in a bit of a better format. However, as you just saw, this word silver shows up all by itself, which doesn't look the nicest, but you can take the next step, and I'll explain that after I do this. You can take a further step to even make your closed captioning format look even nicer. But right now, let's just show you this here. Again, download the SRT to your computer, and then you're going to bring up your Vimeo video site. And again, you're going to, under your manage your videos, you want to get into whatever video you're going to add a closed captioning for, and go to your settings. And after settings, you're in you need to get into the advanced settings and then choose that file again and upload the SRT file from YouTube. And then, okay, so this was the first one we tried, and I have that marked as off. And then I'm going to turn this one on, which is the one that I transcribed. Again, I need to specify it's English United States and that it's a subtitle. And once I've saved that, I can actually go to the video itself. And now when you see it play, but you can see now the wording looks nicer. It's in a better format, however you want to describe that. But again, it's still not what I would deem perfect. It's not closed captioning, following the laws or the rules of the FCC and so forth. So if you want to take that next step and make sure that it's no more than 32 characters per line and all that good stuff, you need to actually go in and edit that Word document, that text document that you're going to upload into YouTube. To do that, you would have to bring up the Word document. And so you're looking at this Word document here. And what I did was I have the text in Courier New in 16 as a size. And then as you can see at the top, I brought it over to 4 inches. And what's going to happen then is these are going to, it's going to create no more than 32 characters per line. Now I'll have to save this into a text document so that it's no more than, so that the line breaks are correct. And then I also have to save it if you want it to split each sentence separately. So what I mean by that is you'll have to hit enter and make sure that these lines are separated. That is going to be a lot more intensive to do that. But that is an option for you. Again, if you'd like to get that down into 32 characters per line, which includes the spaces. And then you also have to remember that you cannot have more than 4 lines per caption. Let me go back to Vimeo to see if I can show you what I'm talking about. So like this block here has 2 lines. You can't have more than 4 lines, and you can't have more than 32 characters, including spaces, when you are following the specific federal and other guidelines when it comes to the closed captioning laws. But this will get you the closed captioning that's similar to the YouTube standards by doing it yourself and using YouTube to create the SRT file for Vimeo without doing all the coding yourself. Now, if you're wondering what is the coding that I'm talking about, let me bring that up real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so on your screen now, you should be seeing this, and this is what I'm talking about. Each line has to have a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see all the way down. And then it also has to have the in and out time code and then what was said. So each line has to be numbered, has to have the time code in and the start and finish of that sentence or line, and so forth. And so if you do not have a computer software program that does this for you automatically, to transcribe this by hand takes a very long time. And as you can see, it could be very easy to make a mistake. You could forget a comma, you could forget a colon here, a 0, and so forth. You could number it wrong, whatever. So by using the YouTube automatic sync and then have YouTube create that SRT file for you, you can then use that in Vimeo. So I hope you found this video useful. If so, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you'd like more information or to talk to me about straight transcription, you can reach me at tina@transcriptionservices.com. Thanks for watching.